So, turns out, yesterday's video, not a one-off, so we're back again. Welcome to today's Arsenal video. Viewers, hi, it's me, welcome back, and hopefully you're looking forward to today. Today then, we're going to play both games against Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League semi-final. That's right, there's a Bournemouth game in the middle, but we're actually going to avoid that. The reason being is that since we last met, we had a very dominant 5-1 win over Stoke. Retrospectively, probably should have showed you this game, but the phrase I would use is it's too late now. Stoke are right down the bottom of the table, and probably, in fact, definitely are relegated, and we beat them 5-1, so we secured our spot in the Champions League. It was looking pretty likely anyway with only a couple of games to go, but it's been sealed and the deal is done. So that means focus now can shift to the Europa League, and despite our Champions League qualification, it would still be very nice, I think, if we could get a trophy under our belts. So let's go for it, shall we? Let's kick off then with our first game against Leverkusen. Let's introduce the team. So then, a European semi-final, always a big deal. Even in the Europa League, I still think it's a big deal. Czech, Bellerin, Koscielny, Van Dijk and Danny Rose then. We've got Arthur and Xhaka in the centre. René Adelaide comes in on that right-hand side after injuries, and injuries to Mahrez and also Iwobi. Moussa Dembele's also got a knock, which means Lacazette comes back in up front, and then we've got Ozil, Hazard completing the lineup then. So let's get into this then. It should be good fun. Europa League at the Bayern Arena, the Bay Arena, Bayern Arena. It's an arena. Okay, then we're coming against the 4-4-2 of Bayer Leverkusen. Interestingly, they've got this chap who looks pretty decent. Leon Bailey got a few assists under his belt. I don't know. I've just picked on him. I think it's because he was the number 9. But I do think when you look at their team, when you look at ours, we should have enough to beat them. Should. Next episode will be our final league game of the season, and potentially, of course, a final. Just tap myself on the leg there. Wake up, Ben. Come on. I felt awake already. I don't know why I did it. I can see us huddled there. Someone's doing his stretches. So good. We look prepared for this as we break from the huddle. Right then, game time. It's time to game. So yeah, next episode, end of the season. We may do like at the end of season run through, and then the Europa League final if we get there. But today is very much the semi-finals. So let's just focus on. I'm getting very ahead of myself. Let's focus on this first, shall we? I mean, they don't. It's funny. Every team we come up against, we seem fitter than them every single time. As Ozil's delivery is cut out pretty comfortably, it has to be said. But then he runs into the corner, which seemed like a risk. As Lacazette, well, it was bizarre defending. Who was that? It was Besedin. Oh dear. He was sending mixed messages is what he was doing, because he was running forward, and I'm thinking, well, I say running forward, he was running to the side, and he just decides to go into the corner. Adelaide whips it in first time, and Lacazette with a finish, and he's giving it a bit of that. Well, you know, you enjoy. I realise I'm wearing the Arsenal kit today. What's going on? And then Hazard bursts through the middle as he runs in on goal. Hazard with a strike, and Leno, decent keeper, of course, Leno, with the save. You see our fans in the corner there, lovely. Right, Danny Rose has got a throw in. We're about 13 minutes in, lays it into Xhaka. Ozil now in the area of Bayer Leverkusen. It goes all the way back to Van Dijk, but we're just recycling play a little bit, forcing Leverkusen to come out, and then Danny Rose puts a ball in, and it falls into the hands of Leno. Fortunate. And actually, from that, it's a Bayer Leverkusen attack, and of course we've got an away goal now as the ball's whipped in. Czech comes and claims, and it's from keeper to keeper. The highlights though are not over yet as Lacazette drives through. Alexander Lacazette, what a save from Leno. Goodness gracious. Very competent save. It's forced a corner. Arthur puts it in, and it looks as if it's going to be clear. Xhaka is on it, but I'm suspecting, as always, these corners tend to come to nothing. Hazard on the left as he puts it in. Just runs it off the pitch. Leverkusen, ball over the top from Brandt, and Phillips on it. Chance on goal. I mean, that was even the assistant's like, what? Where's that going? I'm not following the play. So far, pretty dominant. 4 shots on target for us. They're yet to have a shot on target, as Bellerin has got a throw in on that far side into the feet of Ozil, whose ball's whipped into the middle and cleared. And now maybe a chance for them to counter. But they do look dangerous on the counter, but they've not been particularly clinical so far as they work it between their front two. As Philip out this right-hand side. Bellerin gets there, though, and gets into the feet of René Adelaide. As Ozil's ball through is really good. Lacazette in on goal again. He's had one of these chances before. I think it's Leno again with the save. It is another corner. Leno, I tell you what, I've had 3 clear-cut chances, and Leno's denied us every time, apart from the one we scored. In the other game, Sevilla are beating Dortmund, which is interesting. 1-0 so far in that one. As another chance this first half goes to us. Arthur and Ozil working it between each other quite neatly, and it goes out to Bellerin on that right-hand side, who can whip in a delivery, and does. Cleared, though, and again, could be another counter-attack for Leverkusen. The ball's launched forward, and Philip is onto it, and he plays it inside, and we're sleeping. Besedin, I mean, he shot on goal, Czech with an unorthodox save, and it's a corner kick to Leverkusen. It's action-packed, isn't it? Brandt's there, front post. Oh, my check's got it in his hands. Flipping heck. Very stressful, this, isn't it? Goodness. 32 minutes gone, and the highlights keep on coming. Into Philip now on the edge of the box. Strike on goal, just over the bar. Dortmund have fired back. Aubameyang has got one. So in the other semi-final, things are getting interesting, and things are getting interesting here as well, as we're going to have to make a change. Luckily for us, Perisic is on the bench, so we'll place Hazard. But, I mean, in a way, it's good that it's at the end of the season and we've already achieved our goals, but to lose Hazard, like probably our best player, is a massive disappointment, as now, kicking for Leverkusen, the chance to come back, no, it won't. Leverkusen. At half-time is very, very close, and I don't want to change too much, we're 1-0 up. I might switch to the counter-attack, though, because of the way they counter us. I feel like it might be a good idea to do exactly the same thing to them, so we will switch it up from attacking to the counter. We've got that away goal, of course. I think we've got quick players to hit them on the break anyway. Like, this sort of thing suits how we play to begin with, so it won't hinder us too much. Working it in the centre here, it's Arthur into Lacazette, who's got runners, and he finds Ronnie Adelaide on that far side. Oh! Wendell has decided to kick Adelaide over, and it's a penalty kick, which I think Lacazette will take. Is it Lacazette? I think it is. It is Lacazette. Right then, here we go with the penalty for us. Can he make it 2-0? 2 away goals? He can. Great penalty from Lacazette. And there we are then, at a comfortable lead now. That 2-goal advantage. And there we are then. I mean, things are looking good, folks. We've been playing Dembele a lot recently. Lacazette's come in and got 2 goals for us. That's what I'd like to see. I think if Dembele was fit, we may well have played Lacazette out on the right-hand side, but no need. He's a striker, after all. And Dembele got injured, so there's that. Sevilla go 2-1 up against Dortmund. Muriel with it, and the time here was really ticked down. Now Bailey's gone off with an injury, and that, I think, is going to be that. 30 seconds to go, and unless Leverkusen can get a goal, we're going to take a 2-goal advantage into the home leg, which is coming up straight after this. Of course, we've got that Premier League game against Bournemouth that we're kind of going to skip over, but, I mean, this is a great result, much better than I would have anticipated. So as the clock runs down, it's Adelaide and Bellerin on this side, but it goes the other way. And that, my friends, is that great win. The away fans will be delighted with it, I'm sure. And we crack on now then to the second leg, and I'll see you for it in just a moment. I mean, we'll do the team talk. In fact, actually, before we do all this, let's see how bad is the injury to Eden Hazard. That is the big question, and he is out for 3 to 6 weeks with a twisted ankle. So if we were to rest him now, he might, if we're to get there, get to the final of the Europa League. Maybe. It'll be really close. Anyway, I'll see you in a moment. I'll let you know how the Bournemouth game goes. But the second leg of Leverkusen coming right up. I promised Leverkusen, so I'm a liar in many ways, but that's the end of the Bournemouth game. 2-0 win. Played a fully rotated side, apart from Lacazette, he was the only one to remain in the team. We'll show on the score sheet, though. Who knew? Didn't even get injured. I mean, I don't know how he's doing it. Well, this is good news, isn't it? This is great news. Just turning sharply. Turning sharply. To be fair, I've put my back out a few times turning sharply. Granite, more like Play-Doh. Right then, team-wise, the only 2 changes we're going to have to make then are Wilshere is going to come in as our deep line playmaker on a defensive duty, and Perisic comes in for Hazard, of course, is now injured. Everything else, though, remains the same. Let's just hope for good things. Hope for good things. I know it's Christmas, Ben, but that is optimistic. Just hoping for good things. Have a good tactic and win. Hope for good things. Right, we've got a 2-0 advantage. Surely that's enough. I laughed then because I've lived my life. I shouldn't be this apprehensive. I really shouldn't be this apprehensive. Leverkusen chance. First chance we've really seen in the game of note as Brandt plays it into Wendell. Of course, he gave away the penalty. He's got some redeeming to do, but Arthur intercepts and plays it forward. Now, interesting, in the last game, we went to the counter-attack, and I think that worked quite well. I do wonder, I do wonder if we should be like that from the start here, at least for the first sort of hour or so. I'm going to switch it to the counter, and we'll just see what goes on. In theory, they have to score, so the more pressure they apply, the more spaces they should leave, in theory. It's actually a throw-in deep in their half for us, as Bellerin and Arthur combine. Goes back to Lacazette now, plays it inside, cleared, and, well, so far it's been an exhilarating highlight, folks. You'll notice the green screen's still here. Not putting anything on it, though, so just ignore it. Alright, an attack maybe for us. Ozil plays it forward to Lacazette, who's got a little bit of work to do from there, and it's tackled, and the ball is launched forward, straight through the middle. We're in trouble here. Van Dijk's rushing back, shot on goal. Well, that is a big opportunity in my book, and in my game, and eyes and brain. Ozil, again, if we get 1 goal, you would think that's probably going to be enough, as, well, Ozil has a go of sorts. So half-time's approaching. I already know I'm going to be assertive. So the players should be worried about that. Worried, one of those. Right, half-time approaches. I say approaches here. We're living it right now. I'm going to say I'm pleased with performance. 0-0 ain't too bad. Just stop them from scoring. We could have gone a lot more defensive, but I feel like that would have just caused us a big problem. Some possession for us in the middle again, and Arthur and Ozil seem to always be at the heart of everything, but it's Wilshire's turn to play a ball forward, and does. Perisic is there, back into Wilshere. Now, can he be creative? Can any of our midfielders pick the correct pass? We instead go out to Bellerin on that right-hand side, who we know has got the pace and the crossing ability to cause problems. As he puts it in, Adelaide's at the front post. Leno with a good save, and it stays at 2-0 overall on aggregate. This is quite a dull affair so far, but I'm not going to lie, I quite like it. Perisic is on it though, plays it into the feet of Lacazette, who's probably going to have a go from there. He does, and that kind of sums up the game so far. So much promise, and then little action. Marco Reus has scored for Dortmund. I don't know what the score is. I could go over there. I think Dortmund were winning in the first leg though, but that's quite interesting. I do think Dortmund will probably be the tougher game if given the opportunity, so well, I guess we'll have to see. 20 minutes left. Our team are looking relatively healthy. Lacazette's having a poor game, so James Vaughan is going to come on, which seems crazy, but why not? You know, we're in a lead. James Vaughan, he's got clinical finishing ability. I would say, yeah, I love the fact for Lacazette it just says elite striker. For James Vaughan, just reads striker, which is fair enough. That's that Lacazette wasn't having the greatest game, so Vaughan can't do much worse, I feel. And actually, the time's ticking away. That James Vaughan substitution has arguably won us this, and I'll take the credit for it all day long. Ozil into Arthur, plays it out to that right hand side, and that, my friend, should just about be that. And it is. We make it to then the Europa League final. Happiness on the faces of Arsenal fans, I hope. And a chance then to get a trophy under our belts. Now let's see, can we find out who we're playing, please? We're facing off, well, I mean, I didn't see it happen, but Sevilla turns things around. It was a 2-1 win for them. And they go through them, they are progressing, and that's who we'll face. They've got some decent players in their side, but a side that, I'm going to be completely honest, I think we can probably beat. So that then will be coming up in a future episode. Next time out then, we will definitely be playing our final Premier League game to see where we finish. I think the likelihood is actually, we are going to finish second, but I think we'll do a little season rundown. You can see we've had a great year, and the fact we're not top. Interestingly, United are top. No top goal scorers, no top of the average ratings, but do have the most assists there. Martial and Gelson Martins have been really good, and De Gea there as well. 18 clean sheets, not too bad, is it? So, I'll see you for it. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, and quickly, thank you for the comments yesterday. It was really kind if you left one. I appreciate it, and I read them all. So, with love, with care. Until next time, goodbye. Community, it's nice.